Alright, yo guys, what is going on? NumbNexus here, bringing you guys another top 5. Y'all were eating up the last one, and somebody caught me in that small little error, intentionally, not intentionally, kind of the Diancie stuff. So, if you guys haven't seen that top 5 and the other ones, go make sure to check those out. And as well, if you guys are enjoying this, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Just top 5 favorite legendaries, and I'm making this video purely because of the fact that the latest top 5 Pokemon top 5 you've been seeing, I've had discussions with my friends. I'm like, yo, the best legendaries right here. And I can name off lists. I'm like, wait a minute, why don't I make a video about this? So you're making a video about it, and this is kind of a side note. It's not even important. It's been a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks since I've recorded a video, and it's only because all the stuff that I recorded is bulk recorded. So I'm like, whoa, it's been a minute. It's been a minute, you know? So we're on that grind. So yeah. If you guys are enjoying the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. These are my personal opinions though, so if you guys see it differently, make sure to see, I can't speak, it's like 7 a.m. as I'm talking. I always record at this time, I don't know why, because I have to. Point is though, is if you feel different about my own opinions and my list, leave your own in the comment section down below, as well as suggestions for other top 5 that you guys would like to see. Could be any top 5, it could be any top 5 when it comes to Pokemon, comes to anime, maybe those 2, but hey, I already got the next 2 lined up, but if you guys want to post suggestions, please make sure to do so. And that being said, let's get into the top. How you say it? How you say the top 5? Why am I holding this out? Top 5, number 5, Dialga. Now, Dialga holds a special place in my heart. Of course, in the solo run of me and Patters, he fucked me over. Anally. It sucks because I love Dialga so much. Easily one of my favorite legendaries, but he's just blowing me away as he now critted me and one-shotted me.
Oh! What? Really?
Oh! Patters, I can't do this!
Dude, I'm sorry.
I don't know what to do.
I feel bad.
I don't know what to do. And it hurt so bad. I wasn't ready. He's a steel type too. I just wasn't ready. But the fact is that me and Dialga go back. First time Pokemon Diamond came out, I have never been hooked onto a game so much. That is a game where I no-lifed. Of course, you know, I no-lifed Red and Blue, and you know, in Gold and Silver, Crystal, mainly Crystal, and then like Ruby Sapphire as well. But like, I've done that. But I mean, I bought those games like later on, not on release date. Fire and Leaf Green, I bought on release date. Ruby Sapphire, I bought on release date. Emerald, I bought on release date. But this game was coming out on release date and I was more prepared for it. The internet was more relevant around this time, so Celebi also already had a lot of Pokemon that was going to come out to 4th gen already on their website. And I saw Dialga on there and I was like, oh my god, I freaking love it. And I used to call it Dialga. I thought some of the A after, Dialga, you know? And I was like, oh, Dialga's so cool. I was like, yo, I love this thing. And everyone's like, oh, I like Palkia. Palkia is even better. I'm like, yo, my nigga makes water, but how? I was a dumb child at that time when really Palkia, space, moon, currents, you gotta really think about it. But point is though, I love Dialga to the point where he's so cool. Probably one of my favorite legendary of all time, which is why he's on his list. And definitely I was like, why have they made a dragon steel type? Because at that time when I was a child, my favorite types were electric, ground, dragon, and steel. And they literally put 2 of my favorite typings inside the game combined, made it a mascot legendary in a new generation, which probably right now is my favorite generation. I was like, yo, take my money. Game free, take it. Take it right now. Just take everything. Because Dialga is prevented so much in his cry. It's like, and I'm like, yo, Dialga, you actually sound like you are crying. That's probably the most realistic cry I ever heard in my goddamn dingus life. It actually sounds like he's trying. I'm not kidding. It's like, yeah, it actually does. 4th gen, I love so much. You just want to be a little biased, but 4th gen, favorite generation, right there. So if we make a top 5 generations, everyone's gonna know the generation. We're saying it in the entire Moment Platinum playthrough, but I love 4th gen. I love Dialga, and I love the fact that he's at time. Mainly, me and the concept of time, I've loved so much. Because as a child, I wanted to do like a lot of. God, I can't. Why do I record these videos at 7 a.m.? I can't talk. As a child, I wanted to be a scientist, and I wanted to go and talk about like time travel and stuff like that, and I always did. And then I watched this show too that was on, I forgot what it was called, These Time Travelers. There was a book, it was a black guy and a white guy, and they time traveled. They went back into all these historical places, and it was supposed to be like learning about history and stuff like that, but I don't know. I forgot what the show was. Time Warp Trio? There we go. The Time Warp Trio, yeah. That was the show. I was into time concepts insanely, and Dialga was like, yo, my nigga made time. What's poppin'? Enough of the rambling though. Moving on. Number 4, Dialga Greatmon, Manaphy. Manaphy is a god, heaven sent, a legendary, well, preferably a prince. Manaphy is a prince of the sea, whereas Kyogre is like literally the god of the sea. But Manaphy is the prince of the sea, and pretty much controls the sea, whereas Kyogre controls oceans and everything else of water. So Kyogre is like Poseidon, and Manaphy is like Poseidon's Robin. You want to put it into that aspect. But Manaphy is so cool. First time I saw that thing, I put a lot of effort to get the stupid Pokemon. That's why it's on here, because I hated it at first. When I got it, I was like, yo, it's worth it. But Pokemon Rangers, which if anyone's probably gonna roast me, I hate that game. Probably one of the worst games ever made. I'm sorry, I just did not like Rangers. But I only bought the game to get the Manaphy egg, and I was like, what is this gonna be worth it? What if he's like one of those legendaries, like he's just there, like Shaman, or who's forgotten, like Heatran, like what if, what if? But unfortunately, no, or fortunately, no. Manaphy actually ended up being a major power, which is now in top 15 most usage when it comes to the OU meta game, and is definitely a very viable wall breaker. And not to mention the fact as well that this thing is just neutral water, which is a lot better than the water dual typings, where the best water dual typing is water ground, but or water dragon, definitely those two. Otherwise, water fairy. What am I talking about? Water dual typings have always been good. Just water flying is not good. But I guess in a way, I really like Manaphy because how it's small. I saw it in the movie, and mainly what makes me like these Pokemon is the movies, what makes me even like Pokemon is the movies. I was heavy on the movies, heavy on the anime, heavy on the specials, heavy on the cards, everything but the games I was really heavy on. The games I got really heavy on, of course, in the second, third grade when it was Red and Blue was around town, and I got a Game Boy Color, and I got Pokemon Red, and boom, that was the first game, boom, boom, bam, yada, boom, bam. It's like it was yellow, then I went to Red and Blue. But point is, though, is that I took a lot of effort to get Manaphy. I trained up the thing naturally. Yes, I know, I did not use any rare candies. This time was kind of wild. I trained this thing naturally up to level 100. And it was my first legendary Pokemon that I had at level 100. The second highest I got today was Mewtwo at like freaking 85, which I mean you get him at level 70, so I mean I literally trained him like 15 levels. But and then after that was I think what was it? Was it Suicune? I think it was Suicune, yeah. It was Suicune. But point is, though, is that I worked so hard to get this Manaphy, and then me and my friends did have like Wi-Fi battles and Diamond and Pearl, and then I was like, hold on, wait a minute, I'm kind of good. And then wanted this thing called friendcode.com.net, whatever it's called, this friend code website. A lot of other competitive YouTubers are on there as well. And then I found a forums, which is also competitive, and I was like, hold on, wait a minute, I'm kind of a 4th gen god. I was doing some work in 4th gen. It's crazy how it was crazy because 4th gen was a whole different meta where you didn't know what your opponents had, and I always used Manaphy and Ubers because I played Ubers 4th gen a lot, and Manaphy has been Ubers for a very long time until like late 5th gen meta, middle 5th gen meta, where he was brought down. I think it was brought down at early 6th gen or late 5th gen. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. But it was brought down, and then Manaphy started doing some work. And I was like, yo, I can't believe they brought this thing down. Let's go. Really made me fall in love with it. It was not only the movie, it was a good movie. I thought it was a good movie. A lot of people don't think it was. I thought it was a good movie, all right? You gotta watch it. You gotta try it. It was a good movie, all right? And I like Tail Glow a lot. I'd run sub Tail Glow. I'd be like, yo, bro, who's messing with me? That sounds weird to like run now, but 4th gen, it still sounded weird, but I did it. No one ever caught it. Nobody ever caught it. So, yeah, I'd always sub up on a Magnezone switch in. I'd be like, yo, he's got a Magnezone, subbing right now. And I'd sub, and then boom, I just drop him with that freaking surf. Or no, I Tail Glow, and then I surfed, and I took a hit, and I was like, yo, how? Manaphy's fast. But it's a great Pokemon. I love this thing. Moving on now to number 3, the beast, the legend, Sacred.
Look, check. I'm a dark ride nigga, y'all kill your dreams. I'm living your dreams while you sleeping on me.
Which is also Entei, which I love this thing so much. I'm very biased when it comes to this Pokemon. Very biased. Probably the second or the third best Generation 2 Pokemon. Of course, the first two are Azumarill and Azumarill, but he's definitely the third. And I love this thing so much purely because of the fact of Colosseum was what made me fall in love with this thing. And Colosseum, everybody knows this giant guy, right? This massive guy with like meaty arms, and he's got like an Entei, and you gotta capture. He's in like the Mount Battle, something like that. I forgot what it was called, all right? It's been a minute. Maybe this hints at XDLP, Coliseum LP. You best believe that it does hint at the Coliseum LP. 2016, just wait on it. Point is, though, is that he had an Entei. It was a Shadow Entei. I was like, yo, this thing is a monster. I like, at that point, see, so I don't record at 7 a.m. because my mind says something and my mouth says something else. But I liked Entei purely because of the fact that when I got that and he was in there, I was okay when I first saw him. But then I saw how much damage it did. I was like, yo, Entei is a god. I want him. I want him now. I want him. Give me Entei now. I want Entei now. And I was like, yo, I finally caught this Entei. Every time I'd accidentally kill it all the time because I always liked Umbreon at that point. At that point as a child when that game first came out, Umbreon was my all-time favorite Pokemon. That's how I got involved with the competitive community and Pokemon community. I made a website dedicated to Umbreon. Literally dedicated to Umbreon. The whole website was dedicated to Umbreon. I loved Umbreon to a burning passion. Still love Umbreon to this date, but Flareon I like better now. Point is though, is that when I first caught this Entei, I was like, yo, everybody is getting washed in this game. And I'm talking about that I only use Umbreon and Entei. And then eventually for Alligator, instead of my entire Coliseum LP, I boxed the Meganium, I boxed the Gligar, boxed the Absol, I boxed the Noctowl, I boxed everything. I was like, yo, 3 niggas, let's go. I won the whole game with those 3. I'm not even kidding. That's how Rattata fell to that for Alligator. I won the whole game. The whole game. The whole game. I won that whole game with it. I was like, yo, Entei is a god. Not to mention the movie. I was so happy because I still don't even like Charizard that much. But at that time, Charizard was my most hated Pokemon. I hated Charizard with a passion. Because I was like, yo, he's not that great. He dies to rocks. He dies to rock throw. A Geodude can kill him because it's got sturdy. What are you talking about? And like, Entei just choked Charizard. And Charizard was hella into BDS, if you know what I mean. And like, Entei was stomping on Charizard's neck. She's like, oh, is this the best you got? I was like, yo, I want to kiss. Not to mention my nigga was getting, what's her face's name? She jumped from age 8 to 22. And I was like, yo, my man got the goals. Entei, let's go to a preschool and make him like, nope. That would have been so messed up. Anyways, moving on now. Number 2, Zekrom. Zekrom hits stupid hard. And not to mention, it's been a long time as I've been waiting for this typing to actually occur. You don't know how long I've waited for this typing to occur because Zekrom has one of my favorite typings of all time, which is funny because my second favorite legendary Pokemon and my second favorite Mega Evolution Pokemon both are Electric and Dragon. Because currently right now, Electric typing is my favorite typing right now. Okay? And it's fantastic that they gave this. First off, it was badass because when I first saw Black and White, I was like, yo, I'm getting black. Why? Because I'm black. But a part of me really wanted to get white as well. So I bought black, waited a month, bought white, played white and black at the exact same time. Even though I finished Pokemon Black on like 2 days. I finished that game so fast. I really did finish that game super fast. Like I really did. But I played that game marathon and I was like, you know what, the game is okay. Like that's the first time that I've sat there marathon a Pokemon game and said that the game was okay. And then the second time was Oris. But those two, Black and White, Black 2, White 2, and Oris, probably my least favorite Pokemon games. I really don't like those games. Ooh, hinted another top 5, but I really don't like those games at all. And I didn't like Black or White at all, but I did like both their mascot Pokemon because I did start off with Reshiram, so I chose Black first, and Reshiram was in there, and I was like, wait a minute, why is Reshiram in black when he's pure white? And in the concept of yin yang, the opposites, so they put them on there, and I was like, you're funny, Game Freak, you're funny, we're going colors again, right? You're funny. We went from gems to colors, back again. You're funny. Where's the whole gap between yellow and green and black and white? It's like Pokemon went hella emo on us, you know? Point is, I don't like Reshiram now. Well, I kind of do, but I like Zekrom way more now. Because I was like, wait a minute, Reshiram is a giant chicken. A giant chicken, like the shit off of Jimmy Neutron, that giant chicken, you know? And I'm like, Reshiram is that? What are you doing in a Pokemon game? And then Zekrom, I used him in Pokemon White, and I was like, yo, everybody dies. Like, you know when you have to battle and then you have to use the opposite one? I'm like, yo, everybody dies. Everybody dies. Everybody dies to Zekrom. Even in Uber's choice band, Zekrom kills everything. I'm not even kidding. Right now, I saw a Primal Groudon, which I think Primal Groudon gets two-shotted by Choice Banded Adamant Outrage from from Zekrom. Zekrom is one of the hardest hitting mines that we have in the entire game. I've said one of, so please, if someone's gonna be like, oh, Ashley is the Axis Attack and Mega Rayquaza, I've said one of the hardest, get off my back. Low-key, get on. But pretty much, He hits stupid hard. His design is great. I love Zekrom. The movie also made me like him even more. I already liked him, but that movie with that boy who had the half Zekrom hair, half vegetable hair, I was like, yo, Zekrom is a monster, a G. Loved it so much. And when the 5th gen meta was stale, I started getting into Ubers and the 5th gen meta was stale a lot. And I was like, yo, why does no one switch into Zekrom though? I understand it was Groudon, but still, all you gotta do is earn Outrage. That's it. Even Scarf Zekrom is stupid hard. Scarf Zekrom blows away Scarf Genesect. I'm telling you, dude, but I think Genesect is 95 and Zekrom is 90, so actually it does it, so forget it. But point is though, we're not moving on to the number 1 slot. If you all think right now that it's Mew, get the hell out of here, bro. I hate Mew with a passion. It's Mewtwo is a god, alright? So if you're thinking it's Mewtwo right now, it's Celebi. It's Celebi. Did anybody get Celebi? No, it's Celebi. So this is probably the most mind-boggling one. This one is the story behind it. Oh my god. When you hit the ox core too hard. Who smokes it? Oh my god. Woo! Tried to be all dramatic and cool there and then ended up almost dying to this can of Mountain Dew. Shout out to the blunt. Point is though, is that I like Celebi because of the movie. I like Celebi because of the trading card. I like Celebi because of Gen 2. So many stories Celebi has in my life and childhood. To start off, I got the Celebi Shadow trading card. And that was probably my all-time, and it still is to this day, my all-time favorite trading card. I got it in that booster box, and I was like, yo, I'm so in love with this thing. It's so cool, Onion Head. And then in Gen 2, it was so mysterious to me. Why does Ilex Forest, there's a Celebi Shrine, but you can't actually get Celebi in the Ilex Forest, and then you actually can through an event, or I think you can somehow as well in Crystal. I really don't know. And then in Coliseum, you can purify any Pokemon at all. The Shadow Pokemon through the Ilex Forest with Celebi Shrine. And then the movie, Pokemon Forever. Was it Forever? Okay, I don't want to be wrong. Hang on. Pokemon Forever. I think there was a Latios and Latias one. No, that was a Celebi one. Okay. So yeah, Pokemon Forever, I loved so much, dude. For all the right reasons. For Tyranitar being a G. For Scizor just being there. If there's a Scizor in there. Ursaring was kind of a G, just chilling there as well. Celebi. Suicune was more relevant than Raikou. Can we talk about how Suicune and Entei are more relevant than Raikou? It's like, even in competitive, it's like, come on. Why? Raikou? Give Raikou some limelight. He only got an OVA. Give Raikou some limelight. Give him a whole movie. But I love Celebi so much. And it's 5th gen meta is really when I combine myself. I'm like, yep, this is the all-time best legendary of all time. Because if anybody remembers the 5th gen meta, Keldeo was the most stupid broken thing in there ever. And everybody remembers this right now. I know that you do. And we're all happy right now that weather is like no longer like that anymore. And like Keldeo is no longer the most stupid broken thing anymore. You know, Keldeo was pretty much like Primal Kyogre at that time because it had the rain support and Hydro Pump. It's stupid hard. Like, I'm not even kidding. It's stupid hard on a Rotom Wash. Stupid hard on a Starmie. Stupid hard on another Keldeo. It was crazy. On a Venusaur. It was nuts. I was like, somebody killed this Keldeo. Specs Keldeo, Hydro Pump at the rain. Yo, I'm not playing with that, bro. And even had like HP Bug and HP Ghost for like Starmie and Celebi and mainly Celebi because Celebi walls it completely. Of course, there's Icy Wind, but Icy Wind does not do that much. And Celebi Giga drains the HP back. And Celebi resists Secret Sword. And Celebi resisted like its water moves as well. So at that time, it was one of the best Keldeo checks and counters and the best switch-ins to Keldeo because if it even burned you with Skull, you have Heal Bell. So it's one of the best switch-ins right there. And typically Keldeo was almost always locked in. Was it Specs or Scarf? Of course, there's Subcalm Mind, there's Life Orb, there's Flash Plate, there's all of that. But the most common set was Scarf and Specs, more along Specs and Scarf. And because it was always paired with Politoed and then Thundurus T. Which is Scarf and Thunder. Point is though, is that Celebi was such a good switch-in to the two company, all three of those ones that I just named in, outside of Politoed the Ice Beam, but it was such a good switch-in. I was like, yo, Celebi, I need you to take the Specs Icy Wind like now, or the Specs HP Ghost. And it did. It did, and I blew that Keldeo away. Because I ran offensive Celebi. Specs, it was Life Orb, no, it was Life Orb, Leaf Storm, and it blew it away. And I was like, yo, Celebi, I want the Celebi now. Put that onion inside of my throat right now. Put that onion in my ear. Put that onion in my eyeball. I want you right now, Celebi. Take me right now, Celebi. You're the best meme of all time. Celebi, you're the best onion of all time. Onion, let's go. That right there is purely the reason why I love Celebi. There's so many other reasons to which I name, you know, the childhood, all that stuff like that. Literally every game that I played, Celebi always had an impact to it. And Celebi changed my life completely when it took that HP Ghost from the Keldeo. I got the min roll. That guy was so salty. And if you're watching this video, bro, I got that chlorine. Oh my God. I got that salt mine, bro. But yeah, that's gonna be it. That's it. That's it. That guy told me to eat chlorine. And then his Keldeo, which was chlorine, it dried up to that leaf storm. It was the biggest moment of my life. I think the video, I don't know if I have the video still up, because I think I recorded it or not. Point is though, that's it. If you guys enjoyed this top 5, make sure to give it a thumbs up and a rating, as well as leave your feedback down below in the comment section. Leave your own top 5 if you agree different. See, not eye to eye on this top 5. I'm sorry for like talking really weird. It's like 7 a.m. I have had no sleep at all, and I can only record around these times. If you're probably wondering why, I literally can. So until I move out, I can. But yeah, it's gonna be it. Suggest some other top 5s as well. It doesn't have to be only Pokemon related, and that's gonna be it. So if you guys enjoyed, thumbs up, and that is it. Goodbye.